Good evening, everyone. I am your host, that Jaguar guy, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the edge rushers that have shot up my board from the NFL Combine. Now, these are some edge rushers that I was already a little bit high on, but now I'm certain that the Jacksonville Jaguars should start pursuing some of these guys, potential first-round picks, second-round picks, etc., to be used in some of these edge rushers. And if I have one takeaway from the edge rusher Combine, is that this is an elite edge rusher class, and it is dumb for the Jaguars not to go ahead and take one of these edge rushers. And ever since this Combine, I've been thinking that maybe it's for the best that we let Smoot or Key walk, because one of these guys is bound to fall to us either in the second round or at pick 24. So I just got done watching the cornerback and safety combine. I might do a video on the cornerback and safety combine. There aren't many cornerbacks though that have really jumped up my board. There's really only two, and then some of the other ones have kind of just stayed the same for me or have even gone down. So who knows? If you see a video the day after this video, that means I did a combine video for the cornerbacks and safeties. I'm definitely going to be doing one for the O-linemen, though, so stay tuned for that on Monday, or whenever that is, so the day after that Combine. So this is coming out on the Saturday, 2 days after the Edge Rusher Combine, so expect each of the Combine videos a day after, 2 days after, etc. So, with that being said, I'm going to get into some of these Edge Rushers. I'm going to start off with Adetomiwa Adebawore. I think that's how you say his name, Adetomiwa Adebawore. Dude, if there was one thing you gotta say from this Combine is Adetomiwa is him. He just went off in this Combine. Ran a 4.49 40-yard dash at 282 pounds. A 1.61 10-yard split, which is incredible. I mean, he had an athleticism score of 97. It is the first ranked defensive end out of everyone. So he had the best athleticism performance out of every defensive end. He is shooting up a lot of people's draft boards now. A lot of people are saying this guy could be a potential first round pick. He said in the Combine his dream is to be pick 32 and go to the Chiefs. Sorry, my guy. I feel like there's a potential to take this guy at 24. If his pro day goes well, I'm going to do a little bit more diving into him, and maybe I'll come into a final verdict. But right now I'm thinking he could be a pretty solid selection at 24 after that performance. He'd probably be more like a Trayvon Walker, who will probably develop a little bit later down the road, but I'm willing to take that risk in my opinion. He ran a 37.5 vertical jump and a 10.5 or 37.5, I think it's inches, maybe, I don't know, yards maybe, I don't know what they're doing, but 35.5 vertical jump, 10.5 broad jump. I'm not a mathematician, I don't really know what these mean. 40-yard dash, out of all the edge rushers, he was fifth. Out of the 10-yard split, he was he tied with Will Anderson for the 10-yard split, which is really good. Third for the vertical jump. For the broad jump, he was a little bit further down the list. He was seventh. He did not do the 3-cone drill or the 20-yard shuffle, but he did do the bench press, where he was fifth. 27 reps for the bench press. That's impressive. He's an impressive player. One of the events he looked really good on was the back pedal and react drill. I noticed he was very good with that, and he really nailed every field event. I'm not opposed to even taking him at pick 24 now, and that's incredible because I didn't even know who he was following this Combine. And I'm going to do a little bit more looking at some of his film and seeing if he's worth the first round pick. Based on that Combine, in my opinion, he might be. Who knows? Moving on to the second player, I got Byron Young. He showed a lot of great speed and mobility. He had the second fastest 40-yard dash out of any edge rusher, a 4.43 at a, what's his weight, 250 pounds. I mean, he's a younger guy. Had an 82 athleticism score. And my thing says 83 because I made the graphic before the bench press was revealed. So it went down a little because his bench press was only 22 reps. He had a 1.62 10-yard split, 38 vertical jump, and 11 broad jump. His 3-cone drill was 7:19. I don't really know what the 3-cone drill times, like what's a good 3-cone drill time. But let me look at the other players who ran the 3-cone drill. So he was 4th. I mean, that's not bad. Jose Ramirez, who was another player I really liked, ran a 6.95 shuttle. So sub 7. And then Lucas Van Ness ran a 7:02. Baldondo ran a 7:11, and then Byron Young ran a 7:19. So interesting. His bench press, he was a little lackluster on the bench press side, near the bottom half of the bench press. We only did 22 reps. So overall, I think he's another good player. I think he's going to definitely be available in round 2 to 3. But before that, I feel like he would have been a 6th to 5th round pick. So this is a possible pick within round 2 to 3, maybe even 4 if we're lucky. And he's going to be jumping up some boards. He had an amazing combine. Another guy who looked pretty good in the field events, showcased great mobility in my opinion. So would I be opposed if the Jaguars took Byron Young in the 2nd round? Who knows? We don't really know where all these players are going to be stocked at right now. Because, I mean, we're fresh off the combine. Film does matter. Again, another guy who I need to look at some more film about. But based on that combine, I am not opposed to taking Byron Young on the edge. Moving on to Derick Hall. Yeah, my opinion has done a full 180 on Derick Hall. This is probably the one that is the most changed. I used to say Derick Hall is a risky pick. Now I'm starting to think he is a good pick for potential round 2. He had an 81 athleticism score, ran a 4.55 dash, or 40-yard dash, 254 pounds. His arm length is 34 and a half. I don't know if that's good or not, but whatever. Was the 5th best ranked athleticism score for edge rushers and 7th ranked production score out of all the edge rushers. Ran a 1.59 10-yard split, 33.5 vertical jump, and a 10.7 broad jump. His field events is what also I really liked about him. Derick Hall was a very good runner, knows how to catch the quarterback. He's great foot movement as well. You can see in his 40-yard dash, I noticed his head didn't move that much. So he's an experienced runner. I mean, I'm a runner too, so talent recognizes talent, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. He finished 7th in the 40-yard dash, 3rd in the 10-yard split, near the middle, I think. Yeah, near the middle in the vertical jump compared to the others. In the broad jump, he was top 5, finished 4th, and he didn't do the bench, the cone, or the 20-yard shuffle. Another good player. Am I opposed to him being taken in the 2nd round? Not at all. I actually think this could be a quality 2nd round pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars if they want to go another direction. This quarterback class is insane too, and I'll get to that. Potentially the Jaguars taking a cornerback in round 1. If they take a cornerback in round 1, I am not opposed to a Derick Hall in the 2nd round. Moving on to Isaiah Foskey. This is someone I passed on in my mock draft, and I'm really regretting it now because he went off in this combine as well. Isaiah Foskey, let me find him on this site. Here he is. Didn't have the best bench press, did a 22 bench press. Athletic score of 79, which was the 8th best out of every edge rusher. He did everything in this combine. He ran a 4.58 40-yard dash at 264, not bad. 1.66 10-yard split, 34 vertical jump, 10.5 broad jump, 7.28 3-cone drill, 4.41 20-yard shuffle, and a 22 bench press. Man did it all. Isaiah Foskey is really good. I noticed he had great cuts and change of direction, and his stop and start speed on the field events was very high quality. Another guy I'm not opposed to taking in the 2nd or 3rd round if he falls that far. This edge rusher class is also really deep, so I think some quality edge rushers are going to fall at the second round pick or even the third round. And this is one guy I see being swept under the rug by all these amazing edge rushers. He's also a very high quality edge rusher, but I see some other edge rushers shooting above him, causing him to fall possibly to the round 2 spot or the round 3 spot, which would be perfect for the Jacksonville Jaguars to pick up. That would be incredible. Isaiah Foskey, a amazing player. I'm so mad I passed on him in the mock draft because I know people are going to torch me for that. I'm going to have to be dealing with that because, yeah, he's a quality edge rusher. Another guy who I was looking at in the mock draft that I was not impressed with in this combine was KJ Henry, so starting to fall back on that pick a little bit. But final guy, we got Keion White. This guy mostly impressed me on the field drills. He is very athletic. I wrote on my notes, looks hella athletic, because that's what I could describe him as. Did not have many slip-ups in the field events. There was that one drill where he caught the ball, the back half of the ball, because stupid Carson Strong threw him a dumb pass, and he managed to still catch it. I mean, man's got good hands. Also, very good stop and start speed, and he's just a fast dude. Only problem with Keion White in this combine, in my opinion, was he didn't run the 40 at all. But he did bench 30 reps, which was tied for the second best. And he got an athletic score of 83. I think he's going to be a first-round pick if the Jacksonville Jaguars want to pick him up. He's going to definitely be a first-round selection. You're either getting him at 24 or you're not getting him at all. He had the third best edge rusher athleticism score, and he didn't even run the 40. Had the 10th best production score, and his total score was the third best out of any edge rusher. He did a 34 vertical jump and a 9.9 broad jump. His bench press is what really impressed me, though. I didn't even know about his bench press until this morning. Or was it morning or was it afternoon? I don't know. I read it this afternoon, so I think afternoon, yeah. Until this afternoon, where I saw he got 30, and I was like, wow, that's impressive. Because the best edge rusher was Lonnie Phelps, who got 31 reps. Lonnie Phelps he had a pretty good day. Ran a 4.55, 1.62, and a 31 bench press. Good for Lonnie, but I don't really see him as a potential starter. Some other names I've seen being thrown around was Zach Harrison. Harrison had a very good day. 86 athleticism score. And a 72 total score. Only did 25 on the bench press, but did a lot of field events and looked really good in them. So possibly Zach Harrison, but those were the 5 that really stood out to me. Again, this is a shorter video because this was only just going over some of the edge rushers that have shot up my rankings. And these are all players I could see being potentially taken in round 2, 3, or 1. Some players I can see being taken in round 1 is Keion White and Adetomiwa. Some round 2 guys I can see Byron Young, Derick Hall, Isaiah Foskey, and then round 3 I could see Byron Young or Isaiah Foskey even slipping to round 3. So hopefully the Jaguars can pick up a good edge rusher in this draft. It's stupid for them not to go for an edge rusher simply because this edge rusher class looks so elite. One of the better edge rusher classes I've seen in a good while. So gotta get another edge rusher. Maybe you start to not worry as much about re-signing Arden Key and Dwayne Smoot, especially if the rumor is true that the Jags are looking to move up in the draft. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.